Welcome to the Maritime Resource Management lecture series. This is a new series I am starting. It will take some time because there will be at least 10 videos, maybe more. So there will be various topics, and I will prepare each module and each chapter, and as they are ready, I'll keep posting them here on YouTube. Please subscribe the channel for you because if you, I'm sure you don't want to miss any new video for your ship's crew, for your trainees, or your maybe office staff. This course, I say, actually is not is relevant to everyone, no matter where you are. You're in an office environment, whichever industry you are working, having a independent company, or even at your home, because what we will be talking about, of course, it will be more in the example which I'll give will be related to the shipping industry, merchant navy, merchant ship, but the basic idea behind the resource management, anybody can get benefited with it. So I will start with first module, our behavior, resource management. This is the name of the course, chapter 1. What is behavior? We learn what is behavior, how do different types of behavior affect the teams and the team members, right? Responsible behavior. Before we begin, let me introduce myself. Welcome aboard. I'm Sanjiv Mahatta. Of course, I'll be your instructor for this module on resource management. Whether BRM, bridge resource management, or engine room resource management, basic principles are same. Yes, the way you organize a team are different, but we are talking about resource management. So those principles remain same. So whether you're a deck officer or an engine officer, both of you can get benefited. This course is designed not just to inform you, but to prepare you to act, think, and respond when it matters the most. Because this is what is important on when we are sailing on ships, isn't it? So what actually is management? There are various definitions. People have explained them very well. You can always look through them. In this module, my idea to present the meaning of management is very simple. It is for the team leader, that is the master or the chief engineer, to control, direct, supervise whatever the resources are available to them to increase their effectiveness. That is the management. So the emphasis on this training lecture, this video lecture series will be on how to control, direct, and supervise your resources which are there. Of course, the most important resource which a team has on board the ship is the human. So there will be focus on the human elements, we can say. So let's begin this voyage by understanding the fundamentals that prepares you to manage your resources effectively. To create a truly just culture in the maritime world, every individual, whether navigating the oceans or in support role ashore, must embrace a spirit of responsibility and integrity. That is why the first module I have given the named it responsible behavior. Together, through our actions and attitudes, every member of the team inspire excellence and set a course towards safer ships. A united and contented team is a necessity for a happy ship and the foundation of a safer ship. Agree? So, all of us, let's join together and continue the journey. Learn. I always say learning has to be joyful experience, not a stressful. If you get tired, shut it down for some time rejoin after 5-10 minutes. This is a video lecture series. You can watch as long as you want, how many times you want, and it's all free. Isn't it wonderful? Okay, let's go ahead. Remember this, we all see the world differently. Actually, we all are different. In a way, we are all are unique. We are shaped by our unique journeys and perspective in the life, right from our childhood. Some of us are eager to explore new knowledge, while others may feel that experience, I have gained enough experience, and experience has already taught us or taught me all we need to know. If during this course you encounter moments that feel challenging or frustrating, take heart. That I said, you just sit down calmly or close your eyes, think what we have spoken about, or maybe shut down the video for some time, start again. So here is a piece of wise guidance to carry with you. Embrace the joys of learning. This course isn't just about gaining skills, it's about discovering the fun in growth, the excitement in curiosity, and the power of a fresh perspective. All right. So now we come to the topic. What is behavior? Again, you will see behavior has been described in textbooks, in psychological courses, very different, in different ways. I can simply say, I believe, maybe you will agree. I hope you agree. Can we change our behavior? Hmm? Can we change our behavior? I think most people will say it is not easy to change our behavior. But I'm sure you can agree that nothing is impossible if you have the intention to change your behavior for better. Of course, not for worse, for better. If you find there are certain flaws in your behavior, you can always change it. Correct? Behavior is an observable act. What does it mean? Your behavior is seen by different people. It can be observed by you yourself also, or your near dear one, or whosoever works with you. It can be seen which way you are behaving. It's nothing hidden. It's obvious to everyone. It is how we act, and it speaks louder than the words. Your behavior speaks louder than the words. In simple terms, our behavior is shaped by three key elements. Our personality. We all are different. As I said, our personalities are different. That's why they say you never copy another person. Why the one person is behaving in one particular way and maybe getting away with it? Maybe that behavior doesn't suit you at all. So our behavior is shaped by three key elements, our personality. The unique traits that we have molded by our own experiences as we live our life. So we have certain personalities. Our skills, the knowledge and competency we have developed, the tools and techniques we use to perform our tasks. Simple terms, some are skillful welders, some are skillful machinists. Hmm. There are different types of skills. Our attitude, the mindset we bring into our situation, our attitude. Actually, simply speaking, how we look at the things in the world as they are happening. Similar thing happen, similar incidents happen, but we look at it different way. You agree? A person going driving fast, driving his car. Some people look at it different way. Why he's driving so fast? Or when I drive, I'm driving normally. Anybody driving faster than me is why he's driving so fast. Anybody driving slower than me, why is he driving so slow? And we different mindset. So the mindset we bring into every situation. Attitude in particular plays a very powerful role. It can be described as the sum of our expectations towards something, or more broadly, as the internal framework of our own concepts, our own beliefs, our own habits, and motivation that guide our responses. Simply the way we see the things in the world, which what is happening. Our beliefs are different. Even religious beliefs are different. Our beliefs about certain people are different, or the people we work with. All right. Our attitudes are also shaped by our values, the values we believe in, shared values, our cultural values, the values that are in turn molded by our social environment, the place where you lived, you have grown up, our knowledge, and our past experiences. Correct. If you are lacking in the knowledge, you will not be a confident person when you're working, let's say, as a second officer or a chief officer or a second engineer. No matter how much overtly you try to show the person that I know everything, or I know a lot, deep within inside, you know how much knowledge you have about certain types of, let's say, ships you are working on. A tanker second year may not be so confident. A non-tanker second year may not be so confident working on a tanker ship. By chance, he is posted on that. While personality and social surroundings are often difficult to alter, our knowledge and experience are open to challenge, open to change. Correct. Our knowledge keep changing, experience keep changing. Knowledge we should keep gathering all the time keep learning. Especially, we must be flexible in view. Then your learning becomes easier. Correct. So if you're flexible in your views, it's easier for you to learn new things and gain your knowledge or increase the level of your knowledge. That is why traditionally the most effective way to shift attitude is through learning. And as is often said, listening to the other points of view, not only your own. Listen to the other person of view, agree or not agree can be, it's of course is your prerogative, but you can always listen to the other person. But remember, meaningful change doesn't occur overnight. Conscious effort have to be made. First, you have to realize, understand, agree with yourself that you need to change your attitude of certain things, of your beliefs about certain things. We need to train ourselves, and training must be consistent, immersive, and repeated over time to truly take root. Actually, you have to train yourself if you want to change your attitude. Hmm? Actually, we are talking about behavior, and then we came about attitude because by far the attitude has the biggest effect on the way we behave. So, if we want to change our behavior, we need to change our attitude at least about certain things. And to do that, we need to train ourselves. Any change, you have to learn. So that we need to train ourselves, and training must be consistent, immersive, and repeated over time. And perhaps most importantly, no transformation can occur unless the individual has genuine trust and confidence in the training process. Without that belief, the spark of behavioral change will be rather difficult to catch up. So we agree, it is difficult to change behavior, but not impossible. Not impossible. You make conscious efforts, continue to train yourself, behavior can be changed if so required. Now, shortly, we'll see why do I'm talking about changing the behavior. We'll see that. Among all the influences that shape our behavior, as I said, attitude stands out as the most powerful. If you need to change your behavior, whichever reason may be any, you need to change your attitude because that stands in between. It only guides how we respond to everyday situations, but also determines how we adopt in critical moments, critical situations. Here, it will be appropriate to tell you in the normal times, the level of knowledge you have, you can use it and solve different kind of problem which occur on day-to-day life. Let's say working on a ship. You can open the manual, read the manual, and make necessary changes or whatever is required to do be done. But in an emergency, whatever knowledge is within you, at, depending on the situation, 10, not more than 10 to 20% comes out. So you have to increase the level of your knowledge much, much more than what is actually required to do your task. That is the minimum. But you have to increase the level of knowledge and keep preparing yourself for different eventualities. So if the level of knowledge is, let's say, 100 meters, just a fact, just a uh, kind of explanation I'm telling. Of course, you don't have a measure to any measure to measure the level of knowledge. Let us say it's 100 meters. In emergency, only maybe 10 meters will come out, maybe 20. So you have to increase your level of knowledge to maybe 1,000 meters. Hmm? So even in emergency, at least 100 meters will come out. Anyway, so not very appropriate, not very good example, but an example nevertheless. I hope you understand. While our behavior is also influenced by personality and skills, as we discussed, it's our attitude that truly makes us behave the way we do. Correct? Our attitude affects our behavior since it colors our perception. What it does? Attitude colors your perceptions, fuels our decision, feeds our decision, is the fuel for our decision, and ultimately defines the impact we have on those around us. Hmm? Have impact because our behavior also have impact on others who are around working with us or around us. Broadly speaking, broadly speaking, our behavior can be expressed in three distinct ways, each reflecting how we choose to relate to the world and those around us. This is a different broad classification I am giving. Passive behavior. What is passive behavior? It's characterized by avoidance, withdrawal, or reluctance to express our own thoughts and needs, often driven by fear of conflict or rejection. Hmm? I'll explain it a little more, little later, next few slides. So, this is what the passive behavior is. Aggressive behavior is marked by domination, forcefulness, or disregard for others' rights or feelings. It may achieve short term goals, but often damages trust and collaboration. For some reason, many of us choose this kind of behavior, aggressive behavior, to show probably our domination, our forcefulness. Hmm. Okay, can you think of the people like that in your maybe surrounding or the work area, wherever you are? Then there is what is called assertive behavior. The ideal balance. It involves expressing one's thoughts, feelings, and needs respectfully and confidently, while also honoring the rights of others. Hmm? You express your views, your feelings, but also listen to others and give respect to their feelings, their opinion, their views. How we express ourselves, especially under pressure, can define the quality of our communication, the strength of our teamwork, and the safety of our operations. Okay, so now we'll talk about try to explain you what exactly is passive behavior, what is aggressive behavior, what is assertive behavior. Meanwhile, try to think if you can relate to some kind of these people. Maybe after going through this course, you will try to identify what is your behavior pattern matches, which kind of behavior pattern you are having. Passive behavior. I also call it the hidden voice. Voice remains hidden. Passive behavior emerges when individuals struggle to express themselves openly. There can be very many reasons. Past experiences, for example, maybe. It often stems from a deep seated fear, maybe fear of conflict, judgment, or being ridiculed. If you remember in the school days, when the teacher asks a question, some people, some boys or girls raise their hands, some do not. Even if sometimes what he is thinking or she is thinking, the answer was actually turned out to be the right answer. They have a fear. If they have turn out, open their mouth and say, give the answer, that answer may be not the right answer. And other boys and girls in the class will laugh at him or her. Fear of being ridiculed. In trying to avoid confrontation, passive individuals suppress their own feelings, needs, opinion, their own rights. This suppression leads to behavior that prioritizes others' needs over their own, often at great personal cost. They may seem considerate, but underneath lies a reluctance to value their own voice. They say that I'm considerate to other people. I'm giving them the opportunity. But then at times a situation occurs where you know things are going wrong, you will not tell the other team members because your behavior is passive behavior. Passive people start behaving or expressing themselves in an indirect manner. It may cause a lot of pent up feeling which will build up within you or within the person who exhibits a passive behavior. As previously stated, they consider their own needs as relatively less important. I'm not the chief engineer. I'm only junior engineer. I cannot express my opinion. I'm only a third officer. I cannot express my opinion in front of captain or the first officer. Passive behavior leads to one's own rights being given less value than the others. Then other people also start giving you less importance to your rights because you yourself give less importance to your own rights. Your opinions are kind of get suppressed, leading to a less personal contribution to important activities. So in a way, you are not contributing to any activities because you are not giving your point of view. Fear of being ridiculed by others, as expressed earlier, for the opinion they express is a real cause of anxiety in them. They get anxious, so they don't open and, their mouth and express their opinion. Other people start making choices for them automatically. Or they say, he is not going to decide. Let's decide for him. And they do not make any decision for themselves. All right? Aggressive behavior, the loud one. Have you seen them? Or are you the one? Think yourself. Aggressive behavior emerges when individuals express their own feelings, rights, opinions, and ideas without giving importance or considering the feeling, rights, ideas, or opinions of the other team members. Aggressive people give all importance to their own needs, all importance to their own needs. I am the captain. I should get so and so thing. I am the chief engineer. I should get so and so thing. Ignoring the needs of other individuals. They stand up for only own rights at the cost of violating other individuals' rights. If you have a such manager, you can understand life will not be pleasant at the workplace. Agree? Aggressive behavior. Aggressive behavior also makes one perceive oneself as having something to contribute and perceive others as being incapable of contributing anything worthwhile. You think I am in this position, I am the manager, I am the team leader because of my ability. So it's me who has to decide, not others. It's me who is responsible. A person bestowed with aggressive behavior, he wants to win in any given situation at any cost. You've seen the people who want to have the last word? That drives them even at the cost of others. Aggressive people shuns others' feeling, and makes choices for others instead of involving them in making choices. You all, we all agree. Two choices, two people give their opinion, the better chances of success. All right, because some factors you might not consider, which the other person happen to consider and give his opinion. Assertive behavior. Assertive behavior. They make it beautiful. The people who can and do express own feelings, needs, rights, and opinions while respecting other team members' feelings, needs, rights, and opinions are said to be having assertive behavior. Hmm? Ability to, ability to express himself or herself in an open, honest, and direct manner is indeed assertive behavior. You don't have to be a master or chief engineer to express your opinion. Even a junior third officer or fourth engineer or third engineer hmm, can must be allowed to express their opinion or should be able to express his opinion. In assertive behavior, one's own needs are sought to be fulfilled without being an obstacle for the fulfillment of the needs of the others. There is enough space for everyone. Assertive people are able to express their opinion without fear. What if I'm wrong kind of thought does not occur to them, which occurs to the person exhibiting passive behavior. You feel what if I'm wrong? So he doesn't express himself. But an assertive person, this thought doesn't come to him. What if I'm wrong? Because what the thought comes to him is, if I'm wrong, I will learn from others' opinion. Hmm? And if my opinion is right, other team members will get benefited. So express your opinion, your view about anything or any work or anything. All right? Assertive behavior. Assertive behavior is not about winning, is not about winning, which the aggressive person wants to do all the time. It actually is about the ability to express yourself completely and appropriately in a clear and direct manner without fear. Assertive behavior is about making choices for yourself and not imposing your choices on others. Yes, as a master chief, you will take certain decision. And it's not imposing choices on others, but it's the, you can say, you after assessing the views and expressing others' opinion, you have chosen this way of doing the thing, and you explain this to everyone else. Therefore, assertiveness makes one considerate as well as firm without being aggressive. This firmness also helps in avoiding people from taking advantage of an assertive person. So, assertive person is not timid. He is not aggressive also. He is not harsh also, but he is firm. All right. Actually, sometimes there seems to be a thin line between assertiveness and aggressiveness. So don't become assertive, move by almost becoming an aggressive person. That you have to be careful about. Do respect other people's opinion and never say, "Oh, you know nothing." Everyone knows something or the other. So, which one of the behaviors you would call responsible behavior? So that was the idea, because we're talking about responsible behavior in this chapter. Do you agree that the desirable and responsible behavior of members of any team is assertive behavior? All the team members should behave in what is called assertive manner. Yes or no? Now think about the composition of your team members, no matter where you are, in any work environment, even at your home. Are there a very dominating father or mother? So your child is unable to express himself or herself, or in a work area, your manager or your team members. Attributes of a good team members mandates that the members express responsible behavior, which is assertive behavior. That is team members are adequately assertive. Then they will be expressing their own views, and then the team can decide a better course of action because all the opinions are there on the table. Choose the best one. So this is the end of module 1, responsible behavior. Chapter 1, what is behavior? In the lecture series, resource management. Next chapter, chapter 2, assertive team members, we will learn. Do we have assertive team members? If yes, that is wonderful. You may proceed to chapter 3, one more chapter which I'll be preparing. If not, then watch the video, chapter 2, lecture series. Because we need certain attributes of a team member. So that we'll be talking about what is an assertive team member and what should be the attributes of a team member. All right. So you may offer a cup of coffee to me, make the contribution if you so want, willingly. Thank you very much. Have a good day.